Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Tuesday afternoon, August 24th, and we are looking at Window Trader's market profile of SPY, IWM, and triple Qs. And basically, all we did was a continuation of yesterday. As we traded in the upper distribution from yesterday, remember we had a double distribution day. Got yesterday's POC. We end up only 8 wide. We did make new highs, but get nothing for it. And we did not take out our overnight high or low, missing both of them by not a lot in either in the SPY. Triple Qs, new all-time high in regular trading hours, miss their all-time overnight high by 4 cents. Amazing. We missed ours in SPY by 19 cents. Russell attempted to go trend a bunch of times in I, J, K, and L. Never happened. They actually opened with a gap this morning, filled it right away. I told the room, I said, I really doubt they go trend to the downside after opening with the gap, higher value, and the indices, the rest of the indices up. Now, I didn't take a trade against it because I was trading SPY, but you talk about a long, went back in, and look at C and D did. So that was a very nice call. We saw the market very well today. I did not take the big play late in the day, the short that I wanted to, because it was getting later in the day, which would have paid very handsomely. We opened in balance in value. We ended up with overlapping to higher value. I took a short in A period, the 450 puts, against yesterday's high, because I figured they'd play games against it, which they did, and I got paid on that. In B period, we made a new high. Took out the all-time high, didn't get near the overnight high. I was like, they're going to probably front run it. Took a short there, came back in, 450s, and guess what? Did the same exact thing in C. So even though we were one-time framing up with overlapping higher value, you talk about context. There was no tempo, no volume to the upside. I wasn't shorting at the lows of the time frame. I was shorting when we made a high and then saw there was no tempo or follow-through with it to take the short. So if you shorted those highs, you did well. If you bought dips on those, you did well. Anybody who was buying the high of the time frame didn't do as well, especially late in the day. Then in G period, I didn't do anything then after C till G. G came down. Now you know how I am. I like a lot of people are good at fading the edges. Like that's why I didn't take the short in D. I was looking for the new high. Well, I didn't wait as long. I actually did fade the edge. I took a very small call play in G, which I made money on. I was looking for a new low to come back up and take the bigger play against the single prints if we ever got down there. I said the IB was so small, I could see us taking out both sides of it. We didn't, but there was a chance there in G. And then my only last trade of the day was in L. We got up, took out the high. I took only a 25 lotter. It came in a bit, came back. I was put it back on. I came in some, took some off, went back on, put it on. I recycled about 35 puts between L's high and then when we first took out L's low and M, but I did not hold it at all. And this doesn't surprise me. Again, my patience stinks. Everybody got caught long. They thought we got the high, we're going to go get the overnight high. Everybody gets excited and they jump on board. And then as soon as they take out L's low, they all flush out. So I had a decent day. Again, if I had held that trade longer, that would have been a lot better. And or if I had taken a much bigger size here. But in K period and J period, yes, I wanted to take the 100 lot at least if we weren't getting tempo or volume. Come L, it's a little different. So, as far as destinations, there's only 2 upside, 448.54, which is today's regular trade now, all-time high, and then the pre-market all-time high of 448.73. For the downside, we only end 8 wide. I'm not using that. I won't ignore it tomorrow, but I don't use it as a firm reference point. So our first downside destination is today's low of 447.42, and then I'll give 2 more. Yesterday's single prints, 446.70 to 38. And yesterday's low of 445.14 and filling the gap at 443.71, a 143-point gap. So again, our destinations is none to the upside really, and they're far and wide apart on the downside. Why is that important? Well, tomorrow I wouldn't expect much different than today. Jackson Hole doesn't start till Thursday afternoon. So the question will be tomorrow, are they going to attempt to go get the 449, 450 level, or do these week longs get nervous? The only reason these longs would get nervous is if we take out today's low and take back yesterday's trend day and get acceptance into the lower distribution. If not, you might get a replay of today. They might try to see what's below today's low. But right now, I wouldn't be surprised if we get the same thing. If we open imbalance in value, M's range is basically the whole day. We had a $1.10 range. And then as far as the charts go, here's the weekly. Again, I'm calling it balanced to up. I want to see how this week progresses. Just like I said yesterday, nothing really much changed from yesterday. Balanced to up. The monthly's obviously up, and the daily is up also. And we are one-time framing up for 3 days. Hope you had a good day trading. Even though it was quiet in the room, it's a good educational day when it is quiet, especially with the newer traders and people asking me questions about the market in general, what we're seeing, and how the market profile is forming. Today, I'm going to show you real quick again before I leave. Even though today was really slow, today they'll painted some really nice picture as to who your competition is. The market went up in ABC, got too long, and what happened? They got nothing for their effort, and they flushed out in D and E. Then shorts pile on in F and G. They didn't get much, so what happened in H? You take it out, shorts cover, and then the momentum buying starts again. And once they got nothing above the regular trading hour high in C and couldn't get the overnight, once M takes out L, they flush. Those are uneducated traders, my friends. That's our competition, and that's how you make your living off of them. Thank goodness they're like that. And I can tell you one thing, the ones who got hurt up here longing got hurt down here shorting. Same thing here, same thing here. That, my friends, is our competition. Have a great night. I hope you had a good day, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.